Perfidious Pete here. Back to channel my inner Van McCoy and the Soul City Symphony down in the shattered salons and sunken steps of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. That's right, we got things old hustling and bustling around here at the Hamlet, and I'm strapping on my plaid polyester leisure suit, matching pork pie hat, and I'm heading down to the tavern to get in on that action. I gotta do me some of the hustle, man. I love doing the hustle. Do the hustle. How did that song ever get popular? By and large, it's flute music. Most of that tune is a flute melody. But it does fall into the whole, like, songs are famous mostly not because they're good, but because they have a dance that goes with them. This is a thing. You got, like, Chubby Checkers The Twist. Not a good song, but people remember it. I'm gonna go, like, maybe more of a 90s flair. You got the Tootsie Roll song. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. There's, of course, the ubiquitous Macarena. And then this is a phenomenon that has actually accelerated in recent times, because if you look at, like, the last decade, what do you got? You got, like, Soulja Boy's Crank That. You got the Stanky Leg. Everything RFLMAO, or whatever the hell that band name is, with Red Foo and the other guy. Pretty much every song they've ever sung. There's the Dougie, the Harlem Shake. And you know what? As much as it shames me to admit it, to a lesser extent, going back to the 90s for a moment, you got the Humpty Dance. My personal favorite, but there is a chorus in that song that does describe how to do the Humpty Dance. I mean, first you limp to the side like your leg was broken, shaking and twitching, kind of like you were smoking. Crazy, whack, funky. People say you look like MC Hammer on crack, Humpty. That's all right, because my body's in motion. It's supposed to look like a federal convulsion. Anyone could play this game. This is my dance, y'all. Humpty Hump's my name. No two people will do it the same. You got it down when you appear to be in pain. Humping, funkin', jumping, gig around, shaking your rump. And if a dude or jump, points a finger like a stump, tell him step off. I'm doing the hump. Oh, Digital Underground. Whatever happened to you? I miss my Humpty Dance. I do. I'm not going to lie. I also miss the fact that we got a lot of work to do here down, and we're going to try something a little unusual in the dungeon here. Please give me a medium mission, Darkest Dungeon. All right. No medium missions. You can't, you won't. Well, that's fine. None of you guys are going. Also, is your stress really that high? Oh, they're refusing to go in the Darkest Dungeon, right? Because that's the dungeon that should definitely be selected by default. The default dungeon should be, no, go into the possibly second hardest dungeon in the game. What do we got in the ruins? Bonus accuracy, minus max HP. We're going to check out our rewards here. You know, the Paralyzer's Crest is not terrible. I really don't. I'm not tempted to do the Warrens. The debuff amulet we already have one of. What is this? A Bloodthirst Ring. Makes you eat twice as much food. I actively dislike that. Also, it has a penalty to dodge, which I likewise actively dislike. You know what? This item is just garbage. Now that I look at it. Flat out, that is just straight up trash. Are there deeds anywhere? Crests, busts. Crests. Well, we do have a Plague Doctor. I feel like maybe the Rot Gut Sensor is the best of both worlds. And we do need to level up one of these dungeons very quickly. I'm tired of going all shotgun method and splattering around the levels. We need to get one dungeon to start throwing us tougher missions. Or rather, if not tougher, at least just more lengthy missions. And this gives us an opportunity to do something I want to get done. Ned Stark, we need to fix you, buddy. So we're going to leave you with the Smite and the J'acques, and we're going to, you know what? Actually, I'm not even going to give you the J'acques. Do I want the bat? You know what? No, I will leave you with J'acques, but then we're going to follow it up with Holy Lance and Inspiring Cry, and we're going to see if Ned Stark can't go a little physician heal thyself and take out some of his own stress problems. We should take Shane, Padme, and Caitlin in here. But also, we do have newbies. We got Maud Flanders, Lori Grimes, Bartholomew, Quint, and Trinity, who could go along as well. They are level 0. They're going to get some small levels of stress just for going into the dungeon. But the question becomes, do we want to scatter around our EXP, or would we rather choose to focus it? Shane and Ned do have more than Caitlin and Padme already. Maybe we don't take Shane. We have to take Ned, because he's our only stress relief unit. Then again, the units we have that really need stress relief most are Shane and Padme. So why bust up the paradigm? Do we just dance with the one that brung us? Let's just dance with the one that brung us. All right, unequip all trinkets. What have we got here that we can work with? I love Junia's head, but I'm not taking the extra stress. Our goal for this mission is actually to reduce our stress. That's the one thing we care to do more than anything. We're also going to get rid of this scouting whistle. We have an extra one up. Let's just sell that. I would way rather have the extra bonus gold than have a duplicate of an item I'm never going to use anyway. Likewise, you know, the health stone, that we might actually equip. We don't have a leper yet. Dodge stone? Dodge stone is good. I think we give the dodge stone... What's your dodge? What's your base? Your base dodge is 5. That's terrible. Your base dodge is 10. Alright, take a dodge stone. You need a debuff amulet. I mean, you do have a couple debuffs, do you not? You have some debuff skills. Pistol shot does bonus damage to marks. You have no way to mark anyone. Tracking shot. But we did, you know, we did fix our boy a little bit. We've got the duelist advance here. Yeah, I think we got to go with duelist advance. All right, we're gonna change you up a little bit. But is there another trinket we have that will sort of help combine with that? No, not really. We could give you some pointless resistances. You have no debuffs, so we don't really care. No, I think you're probably all right. Ned, there's really nothing we want to give you. Barristan's head, not useful. I honestly think Barristan head is maybe one of the shittier orange trinkets. Of the, like, legendary trinkets, Barristan's head is quite poor. It doesn't really give you a whole lot. This makes us more vulnerable to disease. I should prefer to avoid being diseased if possible. Debuff skill chance, I mean, why not? -1 speed for a little extra HP seems respectable. I would love to get something that gives us plus blight, but we don't have anything that's giving us a bonus to blight yet. Maybe that's something we can come across this mission. All right, let's get some provisions in us then. And this is just a short mission, and our goal, again, it's exclusively stress relief. That's what we're looking for here. So we're only going to take, I think, 10, let's take 12 food. 3 shovels, because we want to avoid stress. Torches, I think we're just going to go with 10 torches. Do I want a key? On a short dungeon, I really feel like maybe we can get by without a key. But let's take 1 medicinal herb, just in case we find an alchemist table. And that's it. Yeah, we're good. Embark. All right. This is the team. We're dancing with the ones that brung us. Our goal here, we're going to specifically try and pick fights for the purposes of relieving stress. Ned Stark's going to play an integral role in this, and we do need to double check everybody's skills because we did take these guys into the guild recently. To get them some new abilities, we want to make sure they've got all of their proper abilities equipped, especially when it comes to Caitlin Stark.
And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
I don't know, you know, basically anywhere else seems like it would be a pretty good spot. Dazzling Light, we want Judgment instead. I don't dislike Dazzling Light, I just think Judgment is vastly better in almost every scenario. Your skills are the... Okay, Caitlin, you're the one person whose skills do not require work. We already took care of Shane. Run away, Shane. Run away. So, complete 100% of room battles. This dungeon layout is not particularly forgiving in that respect. But we did get an early fight. Let's see if we can kill... Yeah, okay, this is what I was worried about. Beautiful. Alright, well, we did not get lucky twice with Ned Stark. Now, if Ned can grind his own stress down to 0, we can get him unafflicted. I'm a little salty. My one fear with trying this tactic was that that would happen. The very first thing that would happen is we would run into a stress unit, and they would immediately throw a goblet full of blood into Ned's face, and that's exactly what we got. My worst fear has come true. Alright, stun these guys. I don't want to take another dose of stress. The damage here, I'm not that worried about. 5 damage, we're going to give him 3 in return. Let's go for the Divine Comfort. Little healing for everybody, because almost everybody's all banged up. Ned, you got to start working your own stress, dog. You only got 6? Well, it's pretty unlikely that Ned Stark is going to be able to grind away his own stress if he's doing it 6 at a time. That's a lot of stress to get rid of. We have fatal damage on that unit now. No reason to hit him again, really, so... We're never going to get to bleed, of course. That unit is a zombie. So dark in here and so cold. Fantastic. Well, the stress that we undid, we immediately spread around. And now we're just going to be lucky if we can even finish the mission at this point. We should have given Ned 1 more week of stress relief. We really should have given him 1 more. Little bump in the night. Also, being afflicted gives him, like, other penalties, does it not? Well, for one thing, he would likely, like, refuse to be healed now, which is terrible. So let's try and keep him as pumped up in health as we can whenever we can. Because we don't know when he's going to refuse. It could happen at any time. Suddenly Ned gets all stubborn on us and he's like, no, that's it. You're not going to heal me. Okay, stress unit is dead. We've got good blight damage ticking on that guy. He also has fatal damage, so there's no more reason to swing at him either. 6 damage from a coral. Keep grinding down your stress, Ned. He's making some small levels of progress. It's not insignificant. It's incremental progress, Ned. That's what we're looking for here. Other than the stress, really all we have to worry about is damage, and our healing ability seems like we're going to be able to relatively easily keep pace with our damage. Thought about going for the battlefield heal here, but I really just want to make sure we have fatal damage and that guy does not get an opportunity to strike us again. If we can get one more stress heal out of this, that'll be beautiful. We can. Ned's coming along. It's down to 76. He's basically right where he was before things went horrifically off the track. Love the fact that we started out our journey and just immediately derailed the train. We got in, we're like, all aboard. We handed the guy, the conductor, our tickets. We're like, oh, you know, how long's the trip today gonna be, sir? He's like, you know, we're going down to Poughkeepsie. It should be about 45 minutes. And then the boiler on the train just exploded and flung us all off of the tracks into a ravine. Still got to complete 100% of room battles. I'm looking to pick as many fights as possible. Okay, hold on a second. We have holy water. This will purify us. Confessional booth? Okay. You know what? Fortune smirks at least. Hey, don't be all bitchy, Ned Stark. You just got rid of like half of your total aggregate stress. That's a pretty positive thing. You're going to get a whole nother snootful, right? Nope, we're actually throwing in a Padme. 12. Okay, Padme she can take it. She's tough. We're going to move you to the front. Get our riposte active. Okay, Ned Stark getting ready for... Just please, Ned, don't get critical. God damn it. That's the critical, though, is what we gotta avoid, the critical. This is not fatal damage, but we gotta minimize this guy's ability to hit us again. All we want to do is get rid of the stress. It's our whole goal. We gotta, deep the stress, dog. Deep the stress. We can't grind our stress down if we keep getting goblets filled with blood flung in our face. Wow, that dodge was supremely unfortunate. All right, I hate to do it, but it's gotta be done. We gotta double up. I can't take another goblet full of blood to the face. Damage and bleeds I can deal with. Shane with the dodge and riposte. Oh, come on, Ned. Don't be giving him stress when he's doing a good job. Don't give a man who's doing a good... See, now's the time to start making fun of him. No blood left for the leeches. How's your stress looking? Not fantastic. If we could just get Ned down to the point where he's not afflicted anymore, this would be so much easier if we could camp, too. If we had a mission that was long enough that we could go in for a camp, we could pull this out. Some criticals here would be really helpful from anybody from a stress reduction standpoint. If we could get anybody to toss a crit, extraordinarily useful. He resisted the blight. That's very bad. Find comfort, maybe crit? No. Okay. We are undoing some damage, though. Got these guys down to their last man. Here comes a Ren for the old gods. Dodge and riposte. Well, Shane got the dodge, but his riposte is no longer active. Ned, just keep doing... Okay. That's fine. I mean, you can still do this from third position. We're getting you close, buddy, down to 38. If we could find maybe another one of those confessionals, we might be able to turn this whole mess around. Blight, bleed, throat slit. That man is dead. Oh, he was one short of fatal. All right, for the old gods. All right, Shane's tough. He can take it. Resisted everything. That's fantastic. That man has fatal damage. Now what we need is for Ned to win a speed roll. Ned, he did it. You son of a bitch, Ned. I'm glad Ilan Payne cut your head off.
Their formation is broken.
We could be part of the way home. Fantastic. We found the trinket that we're going to get as a reward for completing this mission. Well, now that's delightful. Should we equip it? It's not terrible. Bonus accuracy, minus 5% match HP. Yeah, it's not disuseful. What's in the sack here? Check out the sack. The pack has a map inside. Fantastic. What? Gonna give me 6 stress when we found a map to our goal? Dude. What, Ned, buddy? Come on, man. You gotta snap out of this funk you're in. We still have plenty of torchlight, and we may be given this dungeon layout. Should have brought a few more torches. We got surprise. I am already 100% and totally, entirely terrified of how this may turn out. Because the last time this happened, this is how our first highwayman got killed. This is how Batman died. We're not going to be able to go for the stress relief here. We're actually going to have to try and kill some of this stuff. Alright, so 2 stunned and 1 dead. We should be able to survive the surprise round with relative efficiency here. Padme taking a little bit of webbing, that's fine. She's stunned and marked, not really a problem because both of the guys that might try and capitalize on the fact that she is stunned are also badly injured. Now I think we just, we're going to get blighted. I think we just need to be comfortable with the fact that we're going to take some blight damage. Yep. Okay, Padme, 4. All right, resist the blight, girl. Nope, she's blighted. We can fix that. We got a battlefield bandage. We got the kill with blight, so that eliminated the corpse. 2 guys in the front. She resisted the blight there. Now we can start making some moves. All right, so nice work, Shane. Good effort today. Why don't you take a lap and hit the showers. Ned, you're making it really hard for me to get rid of your stress, buddy. When you just refuse to participate, this makes it enormously difficult on you. Could you stop doing that, please? We see the pathway to victory, and you just refuse to walk it. I'm showing you the path, Neo. All you have to do is begin to believe and start walking the path. Resisted a bleed, which was unfortunate because a bleed there would have been fatal damage. And Padme is getting real racked up in the damage and the blight. All right, you got to throw a big heal at yourself. Would have been a great time for a critical. A critical, Pete. We need the critical. Cure the blight. We also heal 1. Don't. Well, at least he didn't give himself stress. He gave everybody else stress, but not himself. And slowly Ned is coming back from the brink.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay. All right. We got a little bit of bonus stress relief for the kill. Padme finally getting. Ned. Starting to trouble me a little. We got some damage and, more importantly, a self-heal. Nice little combo ability there. That should set us up to finish off this spider. This will not kill him, but it does apply fatal damage if the blight works, and it did. Was hopeful we might beat him on a speed roll, get another run, but we did not. Still, all things considered, that turned out pretty well. Didn't bring a key here. I say we go ahead and open this. It's trapped. Of course it is. We have resisted the bleed. All things considered, that could have gone dramatically worse. And we're getting close to having Ned ground down to the point where he's going to be useful again. On a pack full of loot. A torch and 1,100 gold. That's actually quite a good little windfall for us there. All right, so we got a room. How's our light look? You know, it's high enough. 2 spiders. Good. All right, we did not surprise them, which is fine. Dodge is less fine. Just don't get critical. Okay. Ned is marked and webbed and stunned, which means, once again, no stress relief. Again, no stress relief is coming. 7 damage from Padme, though. That's something. And that's fatal damage on that guy, assuming he doesn't resist the blight. Beautiful. Are we going to try and drag this out for another round? I feel like trying to drag it out for another round and get a little bit more stress relief is the right move here. He resisted the blight, which means we're going to have a difficult time killing him anyway. That bleed is not going to be enough to be fatal. This is your last attack, Mr. Spider, and you did not take advantage. That was your moment to try and make it count. We're getting real problematic here. Okay, give me a group heal. There's some critical stress relief. Some. Not as much. Ned, please, buddy. You've got to stop taking actions that make me unable to fix you. I've got you down to 22. You only need 4 more times to do that, and everything is okay. You need 4 more instances of stress relief, and we got this whole problem licked, man. This whole Cersei Lannister problem solves itself as long as you just stop screwing it up. It opens the door to a Shane and Padme problem, however, because those guys have a massive amount of stress now. And we sort of need to start throwing stress relief at them, because they're both very near a freakout. Like here, we're probably looking at a freakout. Yep. The dodge! Well, that didn't help any at all. They picked the right target. We got very lucky there, and they threw that at the one target who could withstand it. All right, we got to go for aggregate damage here. We need to start killing. Stress relief is important, but I feel like I'm so tempted to throw this at Ned, but we have to throw it here because if he takes a goblet of blood to the face, that's all she wrote. Then we've traded one freaked out character for another freaked out character. Oh good, we just undid any gains we might have made. Fantastic. Well, drop that there. And I really need the stun here, dog. The double stun. Okay. There's still hope. As long as Shane keeps dodging like this too, our hope is increased dramatically. Give me the AoE. There's one kill. How are we going to handle this guy, though? He's a problem. First, I think we hit him with the Blight. Start softening him up now. It does let us work over that corpse. Maybe that corpse will die from Blight damage, and we can pull him into a position where we can start working him over. The Jacques had to be done. 3 stress relief for Ned. All right, it's something. That miss was terrifyingly bad. And now, who's getting a goblet of blood? Okay. Caitlin can take it. She's a remarkably resilient woman. When the chips are down, she's the one who can bring it all back from the brink. This guy has fatal damage, so we have to do nothing to him at all. So, throw a big heal on Ned. A critical would have been really nice there for a little cheap stress relief. Not gonna get it. You know what? You're actually gonna move. We want Ned to go. We need the stress relief. He's like, he's so close to getting himself fixed. 88, 88. Well, I'd rather have Padme be the one who is not freaked out. This man's gonna drop dead. Can we beat another speed roll? We did. We're not gonna do anything with it. There's a critical stress relief. Yeah! And there's the finishing blow. I'll take it. I'll take it. So grab all the stuff. The quest is complete, huh? Shit. All right, well, we have to continue adventuring. Or do we? Should we just bail out now? Our plan has not really gone that well. And we're going to get a lot of stress for just walking around the dungeon. And without potential battles, we don't really have any way to mitigate or eliminate that stress. Our one period of stress relief, fantastic. You know what? Just here, drink that anti-venom. Our one potential for stress relief is fighting. It's all we got. We have to be in a fight to do it. We have food. See, and this is the problem. Freaked out Ned is we're gonna wind up with a triple freak out is what we're gonna wind up with. But I also want to continue adventuring because, I mean, these are just unexplored rooms and potential curio interactions for us. What if we find, what if we can find another, well, we don't even have holy water. I was thinking, what if we could find another one of those confessional booths? We hit it with the holy water, we could be in for a real coup. We don't have holy water, though. If we keep our torch level maxed,
a blazing star is born.
We have this. We already read that book, right? We already made that. If we get to the point where we have 2 guys who are definitely going to freak out the next time we get a tick of stress, we're going to bail. But we can get 8 stress relief if we have our boy Shane disarm that trap. We're also picking up some extra heirlooms, which is good. Deeds we really need. Okay, Shane, this is all you, dog. This is easy stress relief, man. There you go. That's my boy. We need some hallway battles, though. We know we're not going to get in any room battles because we wouldn't have completed the quest if a room battle still remained. Hallway battles, though. Give me the scout so I know what we're up against. We got a little bit more free stress relief in this hallway. I'll take it because we need it. We're back up to 90. Hunger again? So many hunger prompts. This is a short dungeon. There's 8 more. Okay, Shane comes down just a little bit. Keep our torchlight high. We're going to pick up an extra torch. How's our torchlight look? 92. Let's go ahead and burn one. We're not going to get good refunds on reselling those torches, so it's beneficial just to keep the light as high as possible. A fight, but it has a stress unit, and they're going to beat us. All right, shit. Well, we gambled and we lost. Not yet. We gambled, but we have not yet lost. All right. We have to kill the stress unit. If we can get the kill on the stress unit. Okay. The potential for salvation still remains. Dodge. There, Shane's so good. All right, Ned, you're fine. A dodge for Ned Stark, too. Okay, don't do it. I hate you so much, Ned. You know what? I'm thinking maybe Ned stays afflicted and we try this again in another dungeon. Because we won't run into the scenario again where the first attack in the dungeon has the capacity to throw us into freak-out mode. Ned's stress has been relieved quite a bit. We're just going to go ahead and double blight this guy with Caitlyn, except he resisted, which is bad. 6 damage, give me the bleed. There it is. Well, it's not fatal damage, but it's a start. As long as we... Oh, they're critical and stress relief from the critical. We can still make this work. That man, we don't have to do anything else to. He is dead. He's doubly dead now. And critical... Oh, stress relief, so good. Alright, who needs it? Okay, we gotta throw this. It's gotta go to Padme. It's only 6, so it's not an abundance of stress relief, but anything we can get is beneficial. There's more stress relief from a surprise critical. 4 doesn't sound like much, but in the long run, that adds up. It's gonna make a difference. That's gonna make a difference, come winter. I feel like we gotta kill this man. I don't want to risk taking a critical now. We're not gonna get enough turns to drop Ned all the way down in Stress Town. It's just not gonna happen. Let's just take our extra loot. Pack contains it. We're taking it with us. We get a bandage, which we may as well use. Do we want to read these books? You know what, Ned? You do it. Desiccated and unremarkable. Well, I guess we found a copy of the Da Vinci Code. Anything at all in this room? Nope, that's it. So dungeon complete. Our plan was not overly successful, but honestly, it wasn't terrifically unsuccessful either. And we did get quite a bit of cash. We got to try and focus on the positive here. We made pretty solid loot for a short dungeon. You know, almost 10 grand for a short dungeon, and we picked up some useful heirlooms. Specifically, we picked up 4 deeds. Those deeds are big for us. Got our resolve level up. All right, Ned, you're still fearful. You're mercurial, which really sucks, actually. Armor upgrade cost reduction is fantastic, however. Wield phobe. Well, we hate the wield anyway, so that's fine. Eldritch Hater is quite good. Resolution is not a problem, and Ruins Adventure is fantastic for Caitlyn. And just, hey, minus 10 stress for Padme. That's fantastic. We got really lucky on some of our positive abilities there. Caught a bit of a break. Bit of a break.
You answered the letter. Now, like me,
A little bit of stress relief then for Nicholas Brody and the rest of the crew. And I think we're going to have to take a week off with Ned and the team as much because they just need, we need to get them a little bit of natural stress relief. Enough where we can get them to the point where one goblet full of blood chucked into the face doesn't immediately pork us. I don't want to be immediately porked like a hat or a pie. If I'm going to get immediately porked, you know, I'd like it to be more like, yeah, I don't care about the survivalist. But if I'm going to get immediately porked, I'd like it to be more of a delicious bacon-style porking. We're going to do nothing at the Nomad Wagon either. Honestly, both of those trinkets are straight up bad anyway. Let's take a look at the stagecoach, though, and see who's available. Nobody good is the answer. I don't need another bounty hunter. We already have 2. I sort of objectively dislike highwaymen. I don't want another one, and I don't really think we have enough room for another Vestal. We already have 3 healers, and a Vestal won't work in one of our teams, so that's a little disappointing. Can we upgrade? We don't have enough deeds for that upgrade, but we do, in order to get experienced heroes, which we very much want, we need our weapon master to level 2, our instructor master to level 2, and armor smithing to level 2, and some of those things also take deeds. Speaking of which, instructor master, he is level 2. Training regimen we've already handled. We're going to hold off on portraits there. So we've got one of those mastered. Let's go to the blacksmith. What do you got down here, Jimmy the blacksmith? We could upgrade you. Weaponsmithing to level 2. Well, yeah, we're going to do it. 1, because it's a prerequisite for getting upgraded for more experienced heroes. And 2, we are at the point now where we could start using some weapon upgrades because we do have some rank 2 troopers. But that's also where we're going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see the continuing trials and tribulations of Clan Stark, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of Darkest Dungeon every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Need your Game of Thrones fix? Hey, no reason to wait till March. Perfidious Pete will drop the dank Game of Thrones references for you, and he's got new videos 3 times a week, every week of the year. So think about that. Sure, I'm not HBO quality. I'm actually laughably bad, but I am available. And what the old saying goes, if the ladies don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.